DGR Global is a resource creation company. We make large resource companies. They all start from very early stage exploration ideas. We don't buy other people's projects. We start from scratch using great geoscience, and we have fantastic people that have lots of experience, think laterally, and are highly qualified technically. We think big. We always have a very, very large tenure position that excludes competition, focuses capital attention on us, and draws the care and attention of local, state and federal governments to help get our project away. We also like going to what we call yellow light countries, and they are countries that are putting a lot of effort into developing a resource development industry. So places like Ecuador, Chad, Gabon, Argentina are all countries that we believe are greatly assisting the mining and oil and gas exploration industries, and we like them. DGR Global has a portfolio of companies that are listed at the moment in England on the AIM exchange. That's part of the London Stock Exchange. We have SolGold and Iron Ridge. On the ASX we have Armour, Dark Horse and Austin. The most valuable in market cap terms at the moment is SolGold, listed on AIM in London, with a huge Tier 1 copper gold porphyry discovery in northern Ecuador on the Andean copper belt, the most prolific copper belt in the world. And we discovered this thing from scratch. It's taken us 3 years to cover 50 square kilometres of prospective ground with aeromagnetics, geochemistry, drilled 28,000 metres of holes, of which 95% have hit the ore body because it's enormous. So we now have a 15% interest in SolGold, and this company has a market cap of £560 million sterling. So it's over a $100 million asset for DGR Global, and a fantastic asset that still has a lot of room to grow, and we're replicating the blueprint that was so successful discovering the Cascabel Alpala deposit across the rest of Ecuador. We don't take a stake in the junior explorers, we set them up from scratch, so we don't buy anything. The last one that we created and sold was Orbis Gold, and DGR's cost base in Orbis was $1. And I think that was for accounting expediency. We set these things up from scratch. So big tenement position, looking for a commodity that the world has to have to maintain civilization. We use expert technical people who are the mainstay of our exploration effort, and we use state-of-the-art geophysical and geochemical techniques to identify patterns in data that lead us to ore bodies. The company has net tangible assets that are all listed stocks in companies with pretty good turnover, like SolGold and Armour, and we have $150 million worth of net tangible assets and a market cap of only about 65 million. So we have plenty of growth left in us yet on the basis of our existing assets, and access to as much cash as we need from the sale of very small positions in any of those companies. We've always seen DGR Global as a resource company factory. It's something that we can reliably and dependably generate new resource companies in. Orbis Gold was one, SolGold is another, Armour's another, and we can just create these things and fill up a pipeline like the production line in a car factory. And we want to see DGR Global recognised as a business that does this, and some value put on that strategy rather than a discount being put on the assets that we hold from time to time. So at the moment we're trading at around about 45% of the NTA. We think that's too low, and we'd like to see ourselves trading at a premium to NTA, which would put us somewhere over about 35-40 cents a share. So that's the aim. We just need to convince people that we do this very reliably.